Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Chlorophyll, but you can call me Phil. I'm from the AquascapeGuide.com. In this video, we wanted to show you the process of scaping this 2-gallon F-Zone NovaClear, a Nano Aquarium, and how you get from this to this little cutie. Look at it sitting there all cute and stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the scaping process. So here's what you need when scaping a nano tank. Some sand, look at that sand being all sandy. Some Hardscape, an ASG hat, shameless plug. Okay, maybe not needed, but it's still fun. And some Tropica tissue culture cups. We're gonna keep it simple for this scape, and we'll be using a couple different types of Bucephalandra and some Riccia moss. So step one is the Hardscape. It all starts with some rock. I found this one on the mountain I live on. Oh yeah, and a hammer too, and you just start smashing the heck out of it. You wanna end up with large, medium, and really small sized rocks. So break up a few of the medium ones into small ones. This will allow us to add large, medium, and small details to our scape, which is really important to give it that miniature look. Now with nano tanks like this, I like to work on the Hardscape outside of the tank. It just gives our hands more room to work. I find the design I want and then move it into the tank. To do this, I start with taping off the rim of the tank. Just make sure the tape hangs over inside to the tank a little bit to give yourself a little wiggle room when adding things back to the tank. You don't want to be in too tight. I like to get its outer dimensions and then transfer that tape onto my working surface. Then we start playing around. I cannot stress this enough. This is the most important part of your aquascape. This part can take hours or even up to days to complete. We suggest to start with the biggest rocks to create the largest details first. Then move to the medium details, and at the very end, then we add the smallest micro details. Once you've completed the scape, and if you have time, sleep on it, come back to it. There's a chance that the following day you'll see things about the scape that you'd like to adjust. And you continue this process until you're 100% satisfied with your scape. Or you've pushed yourself to the limits of your potential and need to move on. Just remember that practice makes perfect. Now, I only had a few hours to do this, so I YOLO'd it in hopes that the little ones didn't wake up early from their nap. And this is what we ended up with. The nice thing about the tape is we know that it'll fit inside the tank with no issues. Now, don't make the same mistake we did and not glue as you work. We had to take the entire thing apart in hopes that we could find the design again and glue everything back where it belonged. Yeah, regret that decision, but hey, we live and learn, right? Once we got the glue into place, the design changed a smidge, but the essence of the scape was still there, and we were still happy with the end result. So then it's time for step 2, transferring the Hardscape. Eek! Yeah, it's kind of stressful, as we don't want to scratch or crack anything when we're lowering it in. But hey, better off going this route than trying to scape in this little guy. First, we'll add some sand at the base of the tank to protect the glass at the bottom. Oh yeah, even it out too. If you got some of those fancy pants tools, now's your time to bust them out. Okay, now we just need to get this guy, maybe nah, screw it. We'll just take the back off and transfer the rest in. And then do the same for the right side too. Some of the glue hasn't fully dried yet, but it's okay. We'll just glue it again. Now once we got it into the tank, it was looking like it was missing some smaller details. So we added some medium-sized rocks to break up the larger stones. Are you starting to see how we work in smaller and smaller details over time? Once all of your medium-sized details are in, then we move to the micro details, with the little shards of rock that were left at the bottom of the bowl. And here's how it turned out. We were enjoying how some of the rocks were pointed inwards towards the middle of the scape. These areas also created some overhangs. We were able to work in large, medium, and small details to keep it really natural looking and give the scape that micro sense of scale. Alright, step 3, it's planting time. Yay! Everyone's favorite part, but again, probably less important for the overall look of your scape than the Hardscape. Best advice we can give you is spend as much time as you can with the Hardscape. Okay, so we started popping open our cups like a kid at Christmas. What I like to do is pop open a cup, rinse off all the gel that is on the roots, and then separate the different portions of plant onto a plate, but a cookie sheet or a tray would work as well. With something like the Riccia moss, we have to break up the plant into 5 or 6 different pieces and plant those. And voila! You're ready to grab your tweezers and get planting. We've got some tweezers at the ASG store if you need some. Make it a lot easier getting into those hard to reach places. When planting, just make sure to keep your plants wet. If you have a spray bottle, you can miss the plants. I just kept dripping my hands in some water and drizzling it over the plants. Well, because I'm a baller on a budget. Duh. And then after planting, I was like, you know what? It needs more boost. So I popped open another cup and was off to the races. Here are some close-ups of what we had going on. looking pretty sweet, huh? All right, and the last part, step 4, is flooding time. This is the point in the scape where we pray to the Aquascape gods that nothing floats up while the water fills the tank. Kind of kidding, not kidding. What I like to do is get a plastic bag or some crumpled up saran wrap, or even a dinner plate if you have a larger tank, and pour the water onto that. It will prevent the water from stirring up the substrate or washing away your design. Just be careful that the bag doesn't get caught on anything when you're pulling it out. See how clean it keeps the tank? Oh, lost a kid there. We'll just put him back where he belongs. Yeah, okay, perfect. And we'll do a little cleanup with our net. And while cleaning it up, I was thinking to myself, you know what? We need a little more moss in here. So more moss it is, and more netting. Oh yeah, did we forget to mention that we keep our store fully stocked with Tropica cups and plants? Check out our store at AquascapeGuide.com. We'll put a link in the description below. And here's the final result. We really enjoyed scaping this little tank with you, and plan to do more of it. So more scapes to come. We were also thinking of doing a little ASG giveaway with the Hardscape and the plants after the tank matures. What do y'all think of that? Is that something you guys would be interested in? A little ASG scape you can just reassemble at home? Let us know. Well, we're gonna sit back and enjoy this scape. We'll see you in the next video. Also, let us know if you'd like another scaping video, or maybe an educational video, like something like a tips and tricks one. Drop a comment down below. All right, check us out at aquascapeguide.com, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, scapers.